All right, the time is here. We're getting closer and closer. We're less than 2 hours away from our Fiesta broadcast to kick off the 2023 Fiesta season.
Let's go back out live to Travis Park with our Steve Spriester. And Steve, we understand you have somebody there who's in charge of a lot of the hardware we see for Fiesta.
Yeah, that's right, Myra and Stephanie. I do, but actually I wanted to show you what's happening live right now. It is the People's Parade that's taking place right through the middle of Travis Park. Mr. Fiesta, Michael Quintanilla, of course, led it. There was the Fife and Drum Corps. There was the military. There's still people coming. There's some hats, people with big hats that are coming down the way here in a little bit. But I also want to mention Charlie Drago is with me right now. He is from Monarch Trophy. This is his busy time of year. How many medals do you make a year?
Thousands and thousands this year. It's been a great year. The medals are back and the people are out getting the medals. So come down here and get medals. We've got medals everywhere.
By the way, look behind me right now. That's some of the big hats that are going by here live during the People Parade. So is there a favorite that you've made this year?
This one here. This one just won the award for the Medal of the Year, and it's one of our artists that made it. So
point out why you like it so much.
Oh, it's so intricate. I mean, look at the detail of that thing and all the things that go with it. But there are some great medals out here, really good medals. And they're getting bigger and bigger every year and more things added, spinners, dangles, you name it.
How long have you been doing this?
We can trace making the medals back to the 1980s, but it's only been the last 10 years that it's gone crazy.
That's what I was going to say. When did it really start to go crazy and pick up? And I said it's like the Olympics. It's all about the medal count.
It is. About 2009 is when they really started discovering the medals.
Yeah.
So it's been great. What a run.
Monarch Trophy couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate everything.
Yeah. By the way, with all this weather, Viva Fiesta. Thank you, Charlie. By the way, look at this. Look, the People's Parade. And I want to say right now, we're also about to be joined by the Sam Houston Marching Band. Look at this. The Sam Houston Marching Band there. They're the Hurricanes as the People's Parade continues out here live from Travis Park. Yes, the weather is threatening. Yes, we are a little concerned about what may happen, but the show must go on, at least for now. So we'll continue. Viva Fiesta, how are you?
Get an extra swirl for KSAT.
Thank you very much. An extra swirl for KSAT there. So Myra and Stephanie, we'll send it back to you guys.
Love that.
An extra swirl. Everybody needs an extra swirl.
You know, and the best thing about that event is that, so I've been here for a year and a half, and anybody coming into San Antonio, they're like, what's Fiesta? Or what is San Antonio even about? Go to Fiesta and you'll get it. It's like a small town, really, but this is still a huge city, but it feels like a small town. Everyone loves each other, and it's just really nice to get that sense of community in one place. So that's what Fiesta is about, and we'll see you on the other end of this break. Welcome back. The city's highly touted workforce training program, Ready to Work, has been enrolling people for almost a year. The sales tax funded program pays for degree and job training courses for San Antonians who are struggling.
Ultimately, the goal here is for people to end up in well-paying jobs in in-demand fields. But it's not helping as many people as city leaders hoped. But City Hall reporter Garrett Berger tells us leaders still want to give it a chance.
Angelica Hooks had been a stay-at-home mom, applying for a medical coding course last year when she stopped.
I didn't know what I was going to do to pay for the course because it was going to be like $3,000 or so. So yeah, I just had to pause.
But then she was told about the city's Ready to Work program, which allowed her to take a self-paced course and a certification exam at no cost to her. An opportunity she feels fortunate to have had.
I was like on the verge of tears because it was just, I felt like I just needed a little bit of help to get back onto the track that I intended to stay on.
Hooks is one of just 300 grads so far, and 100 who have actually gotten a job. The program isn't seeing a lot of dropouts. Many are simply still in their training programs. But the city has not been hitting its first-year projections further upstream. It's estimating hitting lower numbers for both the number of people interviewed and those actually enrolled. Still, the city says the end goal remains the same.
We're only spending money on the participants that we serve, and we're going to serve 39,000 individuals through the applicant and intake process. We're going to enroll 28,000 people in the training still, and we're still going to place nearly 16,000 people in the jobs.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg, who campaigned hard to get voters to sign off on the program, cautioned against a rush to judgment.
The impact of the program is not going to change. It'll just take a little bit longer, a year or two longer than we initially thought to get that many people through the pipeline.
And into new careers, like Hooks has.
For the people that it does work for, it's a gift.
Garrett Berger, KSAT12 News.
All right, now we're going to go back out live to show you the weather situation. We've been talking about this for a few hours already. The sky's getting grayer and grayer. 6:37 right now, 76 degrees, but it's not the temperature that we're watching so much as the storms.
Yeah, we got some severe stuff out there, Adam.
Yeah, and if the control room can swing that camera around about 180 degrees, we should be able to pick up that storm on the northwest side of town. We were looking east. The storm is off to the west right now. And we're going to be back in a little bit to track this severe thunderstorm. And the National Weather Service just gave us an update that the hail growth within this storm is increasing. Here's the latest on that. There you go. There's the latest scan for you. And the severe area is northwestern Bexar County, but that could very well be extended eastward to other parts of San Antonio. That's what we have ongoing right now. Again, a closer look at this and timing it out for you and talking about more rain on the way and big changes in just a bit.
All right, we want to get you right to Adam right now because, Adam, we got severe weather out there, and is it moving pretty quickly at this point?
Yeah, it's moving about 35 miles per hour to the east, and this may not be our only storm of the night. I would expect actually more development later on tonight, a little closer to 10 p.m. as the actual cold front arrives. And notice the National Weather Service did extend the severe thunderstorm warning eastward, primarily because of the hail threat. Now, within any thunderstorm like this, you're going to have swirling winds. You're going to have some gusts out there, but those aren't the primary threat when it comes to damage. There could be a rogue 60 mile per hour gust. Yes, that's possible as well, but the hail, I think, will be the headline within these. And of course, you will notice the wind blowing the trees around. Here's a new severe thunderstorm warning, including downtown Fiesta. Lightning's too close. I'm sorry. It looks like they're going to have to cancel that event. Severe thunderstorm warning 7:40 until 7:45 p.m. for a good chunk of San Antonio from Highway 90 northward, almost to Bulverde and roughly through Timberwood Park. Bernie, you're still under the warning, but you just have a little bit of wind left over with heavy rain. That's going to be exiting Bernie. But again, some more development, I think, later on tonight as the actual cold front drops in. Okay, we have a lot to talk about here. I'm going to turn off these warnings to get some of this clutter off the screen. You see these white lines? That's the lightning. This is very electrified. This storm is extremely electrified. 316 strikes within the past 15 minutes, and positive strikes are 12. Those are the ones that you really feel the rumble. You really feel that rumble. Anyway, let's talk about the hail. I'm going to turn off the lightning. We know there's a lot of lightning. We know there's swirling winds. What we're focusing on is this purple area near Helotes. Okay. Basically between Helotes and SeaWorld, right over Taft High School on 1604. This black and purple area is where we have the largest hail within this storm, potentially ping pong ball sized hail. This is about to cross over 1604, right along Culebra Road. 1604 in Culebra, all the way up to 1604 in Bandera Road. That's the primary threat zone. And particularly right now, just north of Culebra, within some of these neighborhoods, you get to Liberty Field and Sierra Trail and Armor Arch. This is where we have some of the most likely largest hail, potentially ping pong ball size hail. Now remember, these storms are constantly changing and developing and morphing. And so as we get the new radar scans, we'll have more information. What we really like to rely on is your eyes out there in the field. Once the threat has passed, go outside, grab some coins, and take a picture of the hail next to the coins and upload that on our KSAT Weather Authority app via KSAT Connect. So the purple area is the primary threat. I'll give you a 3D view in just a little bit. This is the hail threat within the storm. That particular hail core, that's headed eastward, and that's headed eastward where we can track it out to some of the communities downstream. I'm gonna have to redo that for you, 1 second. Let's do it this way. Give you an ETA for, say, Leon Valley. 6:55 p.m. is when that hail would be there. So you're looking at just about 10 minutes, and it's in Leon Valley. Assuming it stays intact, this would be at the airport by 7:07 p.m. Assuming this stays intact and hits Alamo Heights, you could expect that hail portion of the storm by 7:09 p.m. and we'll give you a wind crest just in case. Assuming this stays the way it is, wind crest, you'd have it by 7:18 p.m. So that's the hail within it. Another animation here just to show you the direction of its movement and its evolution. Notice how just in the most recent frames, the purple and the black really gets more pronounced right here in that signature just south of Helotes, right near Taft High School. And yes, SeaWorld, Alamo Ranch, you're getting some heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning and thunder, some swirling winds, but the largest hail is just to the north of you, and that's about to cross within 1604. I want to get another look at this because this gives us a different idea of the storm structure. So first of all, this is our 3D view, and you see a general, general structure of this thunderstorm. But what we want to do is get rid of some of this clutter on the outside and just focus on where the hail is within this storm. This purple area, that's where we have the hail and the hail development. Get rid of the banner to get it out of the way. And you look at that structure within the storm, and that's where the hail is falling. You see that stretching all the way up, tall into that thunderstorm. It's stretching up and over SeaWorld within the storm, but it's falling just north of SeaWorld. So that's where we have the hail and that hail core. That's that 3D view to give you an idea within the storm of where the hail is falling and developing. And one reason we like to look at this is because it helps us analyze how far up and over the hail is stretching, even within the thunderstorm. And we can also move this to see where the largest hailstones are. Where you see the blacks right there, that black area higher up in the storm, that's where we have the largest hail. Remember, these hailstones, they travel up and down within these thunderstorms several times, get bigger and bigger and bigger each time they travel up and down. And then once they're too large for the updraft to sustain them, they fall down. But that's where we have some of those really big pockets of hail. And another way to look at this is to take that cross section of the hail right there, and there you have it. There's that cross section. You don't like to see the blacks and the whites on this map in particular, but that's where we have the large hail within the thunderstorm right there. So that's that. Going back here, and we can time it out for some areas. Let me get rid of all this other clutter and all this other stuff on the screen. And while I get rid of some of this stuff on the screen, let's actually go to TransGuide. I know we have some TransGuide photos. This is 1604 in Wiseman. This is where it's really moving in at the moment. This is live. You see that wind-driven rain. It's blowing sideways. It's best to just get off the road for the time being if you can and wait this one out. But that's what it looks like on the west and northwest side of town right now. And that, of course, showing the wind. You're not going to see the hail, if there is hail within these cameras. They're not exactly high-definition cameras and not good cameras to really pick up much other than the fact that you can see the sheets of rain blowing west to east. And we do have other severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't want to forget folks up in Gillespie County, just north of Fredericksburg, you've got a warning. And look at this activity up here, stretching north of Austin. This is along the cold front that's slowly dipping southward. So what we have right now is ahead of the cold front. Everything off to the north is along the cold front. And once that cold front moves in, then it's likely to kickstart more showers and thunderstorms. We'll get into the heavy rainfall here in just a bit and some of the rainfall rates, because there will be, of course, ponding of water on the roadways. But let's go to our futurecast here, and it does show, this storm moving out, maybe a few more little pop-ups through 10 o'clock. But then notice as we get closer to 10 and 11 p.m., that cold front moves in and a broken line of storms likely to develop within that front. So this is ahead of the front, and then once the cold front hits several hours later, that's when more storms are likely to develop and then push southward. And I do think our primary threat, yes, we'll have swirling winds within a thunderstorm. You always do. And there could be some gusts up to 60, but not all the winds will be severe criteria. However, the hail has the potential to grow into damaging sizes. Threats through 2 a.m. Then that threat dissipates. Tomorrow, generally a quiet and dry day. I say generally because we could see a brief pop-up shower or two in the morning through noon, but only a 20% chance. 85 the high temperature tomorrow. We'll get back to the radar, but I want to show you really the 7-day forecast and get you ready for some changes that are headed our way. Notice Saturday, beautiful, good day to be outdoors. Sunny, 82, low humidity. Then we get into Saturday night and especially Sunday, and that's when widespread rain with some rumbles of thunder is likely to develop, and that could be some good drought-denting rain. Also, a lot cooler. We're looking at highs in the upper 60s on Sunday with the off and on rain. Then Monday, of course, River Parade Day, cloudy, cool, a high of 70. And the chance of a few isolated pop-up afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Okay, we talked about the hail. I'll go back to that hail core and track that. We've seen wind gusts, by the way. I've seen wind gusts at the airport, up to 28 to 32 miles per hour. That's just measured right now. And remember, that's out in advance of the actual main part of the storm where we have those. But really quickly, we'll look at some of the rainfall within this to give you an idea of how hard the rain is coming down. And it's coming down at a pretty good clip. Definitely going to affect you on the roadways here, particularly 1604 and Bandera Road on the north side, but also 410. It's moving into 410. Look at these rainfall rates. 7.4 inches per hour. Now, it's not going to rain for an hour like that, but you could easily get a few quick inches out of this. I'm going to have another update coming up in a few minutes. And starting at 7, we'll be tracking this live on the KSAT Weather Authority app and on KSAT.com.
All right. Thank you, Adam. We'll be right back after this.
Don't go away.
New Braunfels police are investigating a stabbing in a neighborhood on Fredericksburg Road there. Police say they found a man with stab wounds and a woman inside a home who wouldn't come out. Eventually, that woman did surrender. The victim was taken to BMC.
And a man is in custody after police say he tried running drivers off the highway. Started around Loop 1604 and Highway 151 before police say the man got on Highway 90. SAPD was able to stop the man. We're told the suspect is a man in his 30s. Luckily, nobody got hurt.
A mother ends up in the hospital after being grazed by bullet shrapnel. SAPD says the mother was trying to check on her daughter at her boyfriend's apartment. A relative of that boyfriend confronted her and shot at the floor. The mother was expected to recover. No arrests have been made.
A tanker truck crashed temporarily, had fire crews worry that they were dealing with a dangerous chemical spill. After further investigation, the small leak was sealed off and the liquid inside was deemed not to be dangerous. And this was your 60-second recap. We'll be right back after the break.